No, no. But why you not told you've got an additional 6 minutes and you must be here very early so that the debate starts with you? Honorable Rosabuya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity.
Buyu.
In discussing the budget, I'd like to take us back to 1965, when we had the sessional paper after independence. Mr. Speaker, in that sessional paper, it was agreed that rather than try to develop all parts of the country in unison, we would develop the areas that had greater potential, and later on, the other parts of the country would be developed with the benefits that's accrued from those greater potential areas. Mr. Speaker, that has been the undoing of this country, because the greater areas that were considered as being potentially great, like Central Kenya, Mr. Speaker, was developed with the sweat and the burden of the rest of the country. Mr. Speaker, there's been no time in the history of this country since 1965 when Kenyans have come back together to say that now it is time to look at the other areas that had not been given the privilege in 1965. And that is why we have discrepancy in terms of development in this country. Mr. Speaker, the biggest point about the budget that we're discussing now is the point of inclusivity. It has tried to treat Kenyans as Kenyans, regardless of what part of the country one comes from. Mr. Speaker, you look at various areas that have been ignored and you find that there is something for them in this budget. Mr. Speaker, I dare say that Kenyans are not against paying taxes, but Kenyans are against paying taxes when they do not see profits or benefits from those taxes. But today, Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to see that for the first time, we have 110 million being set aside to purchase a ferry for Lake Victoria. Mr. Speaker, what this will do is it will enhance water transport, and it will ignite business and economy for the people around the lake. Mr. Speaker, I look at the money that's being put behind sugar industry. More often than not, there's a lot of money being pumped in coffee and tea, regardless of disregarding the other crops that are benefits to the other countries. But Mr. Speaker, right now there is money coming to sugar. Mr. Speaker, if you look at that budget, you find that a lot of money has also been put for mitigation of drought in the northeastern part of this country. I think that is really positive, because it's not by anybody's choice that there should be an area that is affected by drought. So, Mr. Speaker, what I see in this budget, and I want to give congratulations to Honorable Atandi for being a Kenyan and not just being a man from Nyanza. He has opened his eyes and he has opened his mind, and is looking at Kenya as Kenyans. And I'd also like to thank Mheshimiwa, who is the CS of Treasury, Mheshimiwa John Mbadi, who, working together with Honorable Atandi, they've been able to open their minds and to bring Kenyans to a point where Kenya is now Kenya. Mr. Speaker, I also want to talk about UHC. We know that there have been people in this country who've been offering on voluntary basis their services to ensure that health is enjoyed by everybody, even the smallest person in this country. They've been doing this free of charge, and they've never had any pay. But today, when you look at this budget, there is money that is put under UHC that recognizes that indeed the workers or the voluntary healthcare workers will now be compensated for the service that they offer. And I think that is great, because when you have a healthy country, then Mr. Speaker, you'd be able to develop much better. Mr. Speaker, I also look at agriculture. When you look at how much money has been put in agriculture, and we are talking about sectors that affect the common mwananchi, you find that there is money that has been put in those sectors, and I'm sure that in a few years' time, Kenyans will be smiling, because all the sectors that affect them will have actually been looked into and been budgeted for. Mr. Speaker, with that, I want to say that I support this budget, and I'm also happy that places like Nyanza, which have long been forgotten when it comes to road transport, when you look at that budget, you can actually see that indeed there's some opening of roads in that budget. I, for one, am very happy to look at that budget and see that an area like Hololela, Yawa Mr. Speaker, Hololela is in the thick of nowhere in that Kisumu West constituency. And I see that in this budget, there's 200 million that has been put for that road. Mr. Speaker, I don't know what else I would say, but if this is what the broad-based government is doing, I want to say that this broad-based government is what Kenyans need, and I want to urge every Kenyan who might still have a bit of suspicion against broad-based government, that this is a government of inclusivity, this is a government of equity, this is a government of affirmative action for areas that have long been left behind. With that, I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.